One. Greetings and good evening. Welcome to another episode coming to you from the No Filter Podcast.
Good evening, all. My name is Hakeem Strickland. I'm the organizer of the Family and Friends Living Healthy Saturday Morning Walking Group and the Mattapan resident. To my left this evening is my co-host.
Yo, some guy, man, just, from Dorchester. What up, man? It's yours truly, DJ Castratus, and we back again for another episode of the No Filter Podcast. Man, tonight we have a very, very special guest. But before we get to that, I just want to set it up. I want to set my man up because, there's been a lot of things going on in politics, Boston history, and, we want to be able to give the people, again, who don't have a voice and a platform, because that's what we do here at the No Filter Podcast. We allow those who don't have a voice to have a voice and speak freely. And
That's right.
yeah.
Everybody has a voice. And I'd like to introduce our special guest this evening. He's a friend and a member of my Saturday morning walking group, Mr. Jawan Skeen.
Thank
Jawan,
y'all. Thank
I'm
y'all. Glad
you
to
on.
be here. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So tell the listeners a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. Okay. All right, no problem. So thank you, Rakeem. Thank you, Carl, for that amazing introduction. Always glad to be here with you guys. So a little bit about me. So my name is Jawan Skeens. I was born and raised here inside the city of Boston, specifically the neighborhood of Dorchester. I went to the Joseph Lee School. Carl, go ahead. I see you over
hold
there.
on. You was born and raised in Dorchester?
Born and
No
raised.
wonder why we get along, bro.
Born and raised. Born and raised. Listen, it's a small world.
That part.
But let me tell you, I love everything about our neighborhood. It gave me all the experience I need to grow and be a man inside this city. So yeah, I went to the Joseph Lee School for elementary school. I went to Templeton Middle School. And then I ended at South Boston Excel High School. I'm currently a college student, full-time college student. Last year I graduated with my associate's degree, so I'm still in school, finishing school to get my bachelor's degree.
Ladies, y'all hear this, right? We got a young brother, and he's just getting his, what'd you say it was, the associate's degree?
Yeah, I got my associate's degree last year, so now I'm going for my bachelor's degree.
So, ladies want to know, what else are you associated with?
You're so stupid. So I'll say this. So when I'm not in school, so I learned, school allowed me to learn how to start a business. So I started my own nonprofit charity organization. It is called By Believe, Inspire, Repeat Treehouse. Birth with 2 B's is the acronym. And we've been teaching life skills across the city of Boston. When we first initiated last year, we ended the year, with a great toy drive for our families. So we're looking to continue that tradition this year. And, definitely when I'm not doing politics and, when I'm not doing the nonprofit work, I jumped into politics. And what that means for me is when I was in high school, I was a senior class president of my student body. And one thing that I was able to implement was the tardy buyback program. And how that helped our students where was for every 3 times that they came on time, 1 tardy got knocked off, and it increased the graduation rates almost about 25%. So we started to think outside the box. We were thinking, okay, if that was something that can work inside of school, and that was just as senior class president, how can we start to apply that on more of a national scale, right? To make it work for more people. So I jumped into the race for politics because I feel like I have a voice for advocacy And I haven't looked back since. My journey
Okay.
continues. So
Okay.
I started off as a write-in candidate in 2023. And then I jumped in. Oh, I got 1,600 votes out of that, as a write-in candidate. But they say write-in candidates don't count, right? So I had to, continue and work hard. So I got on the ballot that following year for Massachusetts State Senator. A truly great
Mm.
opportunity to be blessed to be on the ballot. I got 2,700 votes out of that. And this year I ran for District 4 Boston City Council. So there's a lot that's going on. There's a lot of progress that is being made every single year. So I'm just looking forward to the journey and being a part with meeting great people like you and Carl along the way.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks, man.
of
I
course.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Also, talk to us about how was your B, BPS experiences throughout your 12 years in
Oh
school.
man. Okay, the Joseph Lee School was a great experience. I can definitely say, from kindergarten through 5th grade, I had great teachers. It was a great experience. Then I would say even in elementary school, they started to bring out a lot of cultural events that,
Okay.
students could get engaged with, which is what I really loved about the Joseph Lee School. And we had amazing athletic coaches who are still there to this day. So
Okay.
yeah, amazing assets. Then in middle school, Timothy Middle School, what I love about Timothy Middle School was the uniform.
Okay.
I really did. I loved the uniform. Many people say, they don't like it, but it was one thing that helped to unify students. You know what I mean? Like it was always the students always, competed over who had the best clothes, who had, this and that, but it's like when you had uniform, it was a unified
Yeah, yeah.
stance, you know what I mean?
I feel uniform, brings structure and unity.
That's
I know
how.
when I was in high school, and Carl should he probably remembers this as well, but we had uniforms as well. I would say it brought everybody together on different backgrounds.
Yeah.
I know some of the students didn't like it, but I feel like it's needed.
It is. No, I agree. And uniforms, it really hurts my heart that, Tumulty Middle School was closed. And that's one thing that we also have to address the school closures that are going on. We need to save our schools. But Tumulty Middle School, even in addition to uniform, we also had pen pal day. We used to
Mm.
write different mentors inside the community who are willing to write back and forth with us, and they showed up one day and we had lunch together. A truly great
Okay.
opportunity that we had. So I miss Timothy Middle School days, but then the last but not least, Excel High School in South Boston. That was a great journey in itself. Um, I would say, I was in participated in the choir inside of high school.
I was in the choir as well.
Yeah, yeah. Also, while I was going to school, I was also going to church, and you've been invited to my church. Where I've
Yeah,
invited you to my church.
yeah,
So I went to church since I was born.
yeah.
So yeah, all through elementary, middle school, high school. While I was in high school, I was in the chorus. When I wasn't in school, I was in choir. I was in the chorus. So God was always at the
That's
forefront of
right.
my life. You know what I mean? Um, so that's my
Uh,
BPS
uh,
experience was, yeah, just chorus in high school and
mm,
the Boston debate league as
okay.
well in
Okay.
high
Well,
school.
I had two. Well, one is a question and another is a remark that you
Yeah,
said about that. So my first question
yeah,
is at the Timothy Middle School, the pen pals, and were they from across the city
yeah.
or were they from different states or countries or
In my personal opinion, I knew them to be across the country. We had different pen pals that were across the country. I'm not exactly sure how they set it up. Maybe they just did like a call to anybody who's willing to be a mentor for youth.
okay.
But I am truly grateful for each and every mentor who did sign up to be a pen pal, because it helped us as young people to navigate school, to navigate life better. knowing that we had some type of advice that we can move around with.
We all need guidance.
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah, we all need guidance. Then that
Yeah.
and that at cell, we have a common headmaster.
Yeah.
He's about to get shouted out this evening.
Yes, she is.
She'll listen in.
Yes, she is.
Her name is Miss Noriega.
Miss Lenga Noriega. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was my my high school principal. So yeah. So always happy to see her, and she's been a blessing as well.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yes, he's very supportive of all the what that I've done in the community.
Yeah.
He's participated in our 10th our first annual banquet for our 10th season of walking that we celebrated last season.
Beautiful.
He's also a member of the group.
Yeah.
We stayed in contact. I can say a lot of students don't keep in contact with their teachers.
Yeah.
I know Carl could attest to that as well. Carl,
Yeah.
you haven't said
Right.
anything.
Oh, my bad. I'm just here, man.
Jump in. Let's talk. Let's talk, Carl. What's going on?
Hey, man. It's just an honor, man, to sit back and just hear some of these experiences, man, and to know that you're a fellow Bostonian, man, and see that you taken everything that you've learned from school and then apply it to what we believe is adulthood, because every day we're learning as adults.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And especially as Black men,
Yes.
we don't talk about this enough.
No, we don't.
So here on the No Filter podcast, that's why I was letting my man talk, because it's important that we get to some even of the other important issues, but we're gonna talk about some things.
Yeah.
So
no filter.
That's right. NOPHYLTA. Make sure you go hashtag it. Go do what you gotta do. Go tell your side piece about it too. Maybe they might have some no filters too.
Let's go.
No, but so my first question
to
you, bro, outside of your schooling career, hold on. You know what? Ladies gonna like the way you just said that. Yeah. I have no sense, yo.
Yeah, but no, honestly, go ahead.
What made you? Better yet, what motivated you to want to get into politics?
Yeah. So what most people don't know, and most people think I'm just like, just jumping into the race, not having any experience whatsoever. But I have worked in politics and somewhat at the highest level at our local government. I worked for then Andrea Campbell, who was our District 4 Boston City Councilor.
Really?
Absolutely. And believe me, I was at home working. It was my day off, and she came and knocked on my front door. She said, "Hey, I'm running for District 4 City Council." I said, "Great. What is that?" Because inside of school they don't teach you about local politics. Folks talk to you about the state and federal government, but never what the city council and mayor can do. So when she introduced herself, said she was looking to run for this seat, I'm like, what is that? She explained it to me, and I said, hey, I want to volunteer. And this was after high school, right? So I graduated in 2012. I met her in 2015. Right.
Wow.
So she knocked on my door in 2015, and since then, I volunteered on the campaign. And she won the election and brought me aboard full time as her neighborhood liaison. I served with her for about 2.5 years, and we ended up in the Boston City Council presidency. Before I transferred to Boston Centers for Youth and Families to become a youth worker for our youth.
Now, when you say youth worker, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to take all my Bostonians back on this one because it's important. But I'm going to shout out a couple different places because it's all a setup.
Yeah.
And shout out to all the after school programs that we that was coming up
Yeah.
in the early 2K days.
Yes. The Boys and Girls Club was
Word.
always helpful.
Word.
Yeah.
You said the Lee School.
Yeah.
In my case, I was outside. We was outside in the summertime.
Yeah.
Doing things at an after school program, summer camp.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Harlan.
Yeah.
Over there. I forget what street that's on. I forget what street that's on. And then shout out to the Marshall over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, just those are just some of my experiences as far as
Yeah.
schooling. But like I said on the podcast a couple weeks ago, parents, we're gonna talk about some things too. Right? So back then there was a certain agency that went by these 3 letters, and I feel like my mom is looking at me right now, like she's like, I know you about to tell that story. Better tell it right.
Go ahead, break it down.
Shout out to the Department of Social Services, aka DSS. God, I feel so old, yo.
Okay, why? Okay, break it down.
That's not the same thing. That's not the same branch as you serve, right? Or is that something totally different?
You said the same branch that you serve.
When you would go check on the youth and make sure, because all the social workers, that's what they do.
Yep.
They would come in, so that's not what you do. Is it, or is it something deep?
Oh, as a youth worker.
As a youth worker, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So basically, as a youth worker, I was at the Jackson Man Community Center.
Man, wow.
I know, right? Yeah, the Jackson Man Community Center. It was funny. Miss Noriega was a principal over there too.
Oh,
she's been around.
Okay.
She's been holding it down. But no, at the Jackson Man Community Center, basically the role was to host summer programming as well as year-round programming for our youth, employ them, provide them, with opportunities to learn throughout the day, as well as, make sure that they can go home, and safely.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Good.
So yeah, and as a youth worker, the kids at the Jackson Man, they had an entrepreneurial business venture.
Oh my God.
It was called Boston Body Butter, because butter makes the body better. That was the jingle.
Or does it?
Or does it, right? but that was the jingle, so
butter makes the body better, huh?
Yeah.
I wonder. So you talk about the actual butter?
Yeah, we ordered actual raw materials and made it at the community center.
Wow.
And resold it back to the community. Yeah.
It's all about giving back.
It's all about giving back.
Let me ask you a question, Jay.
Yeah.
And this is an honest question.
Yeah.
Do you think there are enough organizations giving back? And I'm talking like outside the politics, outside the numbers, and the what he said and what she said. Do you think there are enough organizations going around doing that?
This is the No Filter podcast,
That's right. That's right.
We're on the No Filter podcast,
That's right.
All right, let's break it down for you. So, there are organizations that are doing amazing work, but they are not getting the proper funding to do the work. The ones that, the large organizations that continue to get the funding, we have to figure out how to better collaborate, and just advocate for the funding that we need for our community. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to run for office, because that was one of the issues that I saw was the funding was not being equitably distributed across our community.
Do you think, as far as funding wise,
yeah,
do you think a lot of people in office focus on the wrong thing?
I would say there are systems in place to force them to focus on the wrong thing. And what I mean by that is there's issue with like campaign financing, for example, right? You have Citizens United organizations like Citizens United that is really mainly built like a super PAC with like large corporations, and they're able to, consider businesses to be people too, right? And what that means was that's in our Constitution.
Right.
And that basically means that, businesses can funnel as much money as they want into a candidate. So that's mainly one of the reasons why candidates are being forced to focus on certain policy and not on the important
Right,
ones that
basically.
can help to
Yeah,
improve
yeah, that
the
impacts the
community.
community.
Yeah,
They're focusing on,
yeah,
yeah, I'll
yeah,
say focusing on the wrong
yeah.
issues.
Like
Right,
there's difference between someone who just gets community donations versus someone who's taking those
Getting state.
large,
right,
yeah, those large
right.
corporate super PAC.
And
Yeah.
going back to the youth program
There
for a
you
second,
go.
to one.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. We need to keep the youth engaged within
Yeah.
the community. We need to keep them in school,
Yeah.
keep them, have them in their after school programs.
Yeah.
Keep them connect with each other. We don't. We see on the news there's far too many crimes
Mhm.
committed by youth in
Yeah.
in the city.
Yeah.
Not even just here. It's
Mhm.
across the country.
Across the country.
But they need more after school programs.
Yes.
I'll say more gang prevention,
Yeah.
more, I'll say police. I'll say more on police, positive police interactions.
Absolutely. And to that point, one of the policy decisions that I wanted to make as an elected official that I will focus on, when I was in Timothy Middle School, the city of Boston used to have what was called a Great and Dear program, and it's called Gang Resistance Education and Training, as well as the DARE program was called Drug Abuse Resistance and Education. Those programs came into the middle school where police officers, they
Yep.
came and taught
To the
to
students.
the students,
Yep.
right? How to stay out of trouble, how to navigate the system, right? I've always thought that should be an expanded program. I'm not sure if it was a pilot at that time, but I would love to see that as an expanded program to not just include, not just be for BPD, but also include our Massachusetts state troopers.
Or better
Also,
yet, oh my bad. Go ahead. Go ahead.
also include, the FBI as well, because there's so many systems that are going on where we need to know what's going on and how to better navigate it so we're not on,
So,
the
so we're
radar.
not,
You
yeah,
know
so
what
we're
I
not,
mean? Yeah, yeah,
arrested,
yeah,
negative interactions.
exactly.
Or
Yeah,
better yet, even on a country level, because I feel like going back to Rakeen's point,
yeah,
like there are a lot of people in places that don't have the opportunities
yeah,
that they should.
Right? I'll
absolutely.
say,
They need to have
like
that.
Chicago,
Right.
Chicago.
Oh, see this guy. He want to start going.
Yeah.
He want to go out of state. That's where he
Yeah.
want to go.
Yeah. And to your point as well, our youth are getting into trouble. We need to create more diversion programs, not just locking them up, right? That's important. And before we even get to diversion, we need to invest in after school program and jobs,
Yeah,
right? Because that's the reason why they're repeating these issues.
mentorship.
Yeah,
Giving them mentor. Yeah.
mentorship,
And guidance.
absolutely.
Hey,
Pen
remember
pals.
remember the days when? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all a story, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I went to the Urban. Kim and I, we went to the Urban for middle school, right?
Yeah, that's no longer
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Is it
A school, was it, did they close? I'm
Washington.
not sure.
Washington Urban?
Yeah, I think he shut it down.
Is it closed? Okay.
Wow.
Wow. School closures. This is what I'm talking
that
about.
just wow, that just took me for a loop, yo.
This is what I'm talking about.
My mom had enrolled my sister and I into after school program, and we didn't know about it at first. So one day, I think we both just forgotten, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So one day, we both came home from school, man, just not thinking, oh crap, we're technically supposed to be an after school program. And let's just say my mom was pissed. She was like, nope, y'all both getting y'all behind whooped today. Y'all supposed to be in after school program. Y'all didn't want to go, you know. But I'll tell you this much. After the second day we went, we enjoyed ourselves. It's just, I think there was a misconception there.
Yeah.
You know, a misunderstanding.
Yeah,
Quite so.
Yeah, I went to the after school program too at the Urban.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Citizen schools?
I wasn't citizen schools. I forgot the name of it, so please forgive me.
That's okay. Mr. Watson ain't around. He ain't thinking about it. He ain't thinking about it no more. That was 20 years ago, bro. Hey, shout out to one of our teachers who is a very, very big advocate. We got to get her on in February. And I got to be here for that one because
at least she lives far out.
Yeah. So we definitely want to invite her.
Not just her.
Yeah. No. But I'm just saying,
get the list going.
So back to my superstar brother over here. You know? So, oh man, just you've done a lot, bro, for somebody who is up and coming, city councilor, city senator, state senator.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this: do you network with your fellow senators across the country? And if so, what is that experience like for you?
Really at the state.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I try to be involved with other elected officials to get to know the kind of work that they do. I'm always open to reaching out and asking for support. Sometimes that support isn't always received back.
Why is that? Why do you think that is?
I can't tell you why that is. I can't.
They only know the answer.
Yeah, I can just only control what I do.
Damn.
You know what I mean, and how I respond to things.
Damn.
If you don't respond to what I'm putting out, then obviously
that's on you.
Yeah, and the opportunity wasn't meant for us to work together
connect
at that time. You know what I mean? So some people have to watch the greatness, down the line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nah.
I say continue watching.
Yeah.
A wise.
Yeah.
I say a rise and star. Continue the ascension.
Absolutely. Because I'm you're never gonna see me down. You're never gonna see me out. Like I will continue rising. I will continue rising.
What?
Yeah.
What's the end goal? What's the penultimate goal? Like, do you have a?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like, where do you? What's the like? Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
Okay, well, that's his question. But as far as politics are concerned, where do you see yourself sitting at?
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely going to be there for a long time, right? I'm not there to be there today and gone tomorrow. I'm somebody who's going to be there and stay inside the fight. There's so many changes that need to be made, whether that be for reparations, whether that be for housing, whether that be for education, whether that be for healthcare. Even, during the COVID-19 pandemic, I saw the challenge that our students with disabilities face as well. You know what I mean? So there needs to be changes to our system. And part of that is when I say if we're not at the table, we're on the menu, right? If we're not at the table, we're on the menu. But when we are at the table, we can change the menu. And that's where I'm trying to help us get to.
Yep.
Ladies, y'all hear that, right? He said he's trying to be at the table, but he's trying to be on the menu. So, ladies, you see my man here out in the streets, go get, your vote count.
There we go.
Count. And I put emphasis on the forward.
Come on now.
You know what I mean?
Come on now.
Go support, man.
Yes,
they say everything is political. Do you believe that?
Everything has to do with politics to an extent, yes. From the things that you buy, to the streets you walk on, to the house you live in.
The schools you go to.
The schools you go to.
Even the DJs.
Even the DJs, the places that they venue at, right? Yeah.
Do you believe that every industry would flourish better if politics wasn't as
So
if it wasn't as
subtle.
No Filter Podcast.
It really becomes about regulation. Like, how deep do you want to regulate a business? And, most businesses we hope would do the right thing, but we know there are some bad actors out there that we just have to hold
In
accountable.
every industry.
Yeah, in every industry. Right. Yeah.
So you said one of the changes you'd make if it, was even like as far as the schools and housing and stuff like that.
Yes.
So when you make it big, can I put it out there now?
I'm listening.
All right. So I need me a nice 2-bedroom apartment, but I want my rent to be at least about a good $350.
Okay, rent control.
Rent control.
That's another big thing in the issue.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Yes, it is.
If it were up to you, my question is, how would you navigate that to make people feel better about their rent?
Yeah. Long story short, rent control was last passed in 1994.
Right, that part.
And since then, that was when rents could be $300, $600, $900, right? But since then, it's really skyrocketed to almost $2,000 to $3,000.
Come on,
for a 1-bedroom.
It's the No Filter Podcast, baby.
So it's like a 1-bedroom, $2,000 to $3,000. It's the cost of nearly a mortgage every month, right? And our families can't afford that. Then you have the homeowners. People want to become a homeowners. They can't afford the $13,000 month, payment. And then you got, the insurance that you also have to worry about that doesn't give you reimbursements at the end of the year. Let's really talk about it, right? No Filter Podcast.
Yeah, but that you have
So
indemnities as well.
yeah,
Light bill.
Yeah, and now they're talking about some ridiculous 50-year mortgage. Why would I want to pay a mortgage for 50 years when I want my house to be paid off sooner?
Matter of fact, no, hold on.
Yeah.
You're talking about a 50-year mortgage.
Yeah, might not even be around.
Right. I hate when people do yo, these politicians tell me, they be the first ones talking about, well, we want to make sure that we get our people 50 years down the line mortgage, and we just want people to be able to live comfortably. Yo, we just came from a plandemic. It's not a pandemic because there's a pandemic. Oh, yeah. Oh, my bad. Did I say that's the No Filter Podcast?
Yeah.
It's a plandemic.
Yeah.
And we spent, what was that, 4 years, if that?
5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, we spent 4 years still trying to navigate all of that. And then some, and now you want to talk about a mortgage? Dude, the numbers don't lie, right? But, I mean, damn, man, what is it going to take? 50 years?
Yeah.
Most of us ain't even going to be here.
Yeah.
We're not going to be here, number one. Number two,
Right.
the money, I feel like the value of money increases
over time.
Right.
Yes, bro.
Right.
Inflation.
Super.
Right. And they don't keep printing it all.
No. So look, Andrew Jackson, which one of these dudes is on a $20 bill?
I think it was Andrew Jackson.
Yeah.
I think it was him.
Yo, my man's face is inflated so you could see the crust in his eyes. Like, God rest that man's soul.
Oh man. Yeah, but this is where we are, in life. Is politics plays a role in our everyday lives, but a lot of people aren't aware of it because, like I said, school doesn't teach us.
Yeah, I believe schools
about every level of it.
I believe middle school age they should start learning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Say 6th grade.
I agree.
Yeah,
you get paid to teach.
Yeah,
I'm about to put a teacher on blast, and I'm about to put a subject class on blast.
You about to call someone else?
Let's hear it.
You listen. The year was circa 2007. Okay, now when somebody starts a conversation off like that, it's real, right? Me and my man, we had health class at the time, and we had a teacher named Mr. Finneran.
Okay,
and first of all, my man's breath was stinking.
Oh, all right, no filter.
Okay.
All right.
your breath stink, and you can tell you're drinking too much coffee, bro. Okay, but you want to talk about health and sex, right? And what not to do and how to. How?
The message wasn't to get across.
Clearly not. No. That toothpaste was again. The Colgate, the Ames.
Oh man, good time,
man. Yo, I miss those days, man. But you see, like, it's situations like that where a young sixth grader now in Marshfield, she should be able to go into her class and say, you know what, Miss Lisa Wilson, I want to talk about home ownership. I want to talk about, what it means to be a state senator from Marshfield. Roger should be able to go to class in Sutton and be like, hey, you know what, Mr. Mark, teach me some things on presidents and politics.
Oh, Chuck.
Yeah.
Boston
Chuck
saying
Brown?
I want to learn about the Boston City Council and the mayor.
Yeah.
Right.
Learn about City Hall.
Yeah.
I mean, it's important.
Yeah, and a lot of it is on the job training. A lot of it you have to learn being in it. You know what I mean?
I was at City Hall.
Yeah, you worked at City Hall.
Yo, I'm getting tired of you bragging about you being at City Hall, yo. Like that part, yo.
He's got a feel of how busy it is. So
how things work.
Yeah.
Hey man, so you don't work for City Hall technically, but wherever your office is, I need to come DJ for you one day, Juwan. I need to come DJ one day, bro, and then just play a couple records.
No, absolutely. No, and we're gonna talk more after this, but I got an event planned for you and Rakeem that I'm gonna need your help with. So stay tuned. Stay tuned.
And you see that? Look, the numbers ain't even here yet. But the thing with all of us is that we all tight like this.
Yeah.
See, in politics, I feel like they lack the connection, and I'm not talking about like oh, well, let me connect you with David Faustine. David Faustine, I'll give you his. No, we're talking about an established friendship before you jump into the field. Before you say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna wear this black shirt with these orange jeans and say, nah, I'm gonna put on my polos and Timbos, like Biggie said. And I'm gonna go and jump in this race literally because that's what it's all about.
And you have to understand there's no mentorship right through this. Like this is all what you see over the last 3 years with my campaign has been completely self-taught.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I don't want people to be out here like, oh, he has, all this extra support, all these, no, it's me and my dedicated team, the grassroots community members I come into contact with
no previous backing.
Absolutely, no crazy backing. You know what I mean? So it's natural community members, and that's how I want it to stay. You know what I mean? That's how I want it to be.
Let me ask you a question, bro, because this all ties into one.
Yeah.
Politics these days.
Yeah.
Now this is a big topic, and we got to touch on it because I think it's important.
Yeah.
How has it impacted your mental health?
Oh, I would say it made me stronger as an individual. I'm more of a no nonsense type of individual.
You don't take no.
I don't take, absolutely not. I would say like before I ran for office, I was always doing the work behind the scenes. Always been the silent, just working, keeping my head down. You know what I mean?
When you were in school, did you ever do your homework?
Of course, yeah, I did my. I wasn't like honor roll student all the time. I got a couple C's, you know what I mean?
Throw some C's in there.
You know what I mean? So we've all been, and part of that, and to that point in school, I don't know, and many young people and many people can relate to this. I lost my best friend to gun violence at the young age of 13 years old, and I was in 8th grade, right? But this was back in 2007.
Circa.
Yeah. I lost my best friend Stephen P. Odom, Stephen Philip Odom, and shout out to his parents, Ronald, and Kim Odom. um like they were a blessing, but they people don't talk about how that affects
Right.
your schooling, how it affects your mental health inside of school, losing a best friend and not having any type of trauma recovery
I had not
resources in
seen a
school.
therapist.
Yeah,
Or
none of
a
that.
grief counselor.
Yeah. It's really, as a black man, right? Carl, as a black man, we're forced to grow up.
Yeah.
We're forced to suck it up and,
Yeah.
and move on with it, right?
Yeah.
But and I think that's a lot of the black culture in general. But it's just those are the type of moments that help to shape who I am. Going through politics, it definitely opened my eyes to my real supporters. You know what I
Right.
mean? It helped me open my eyes to who's going to be there in those hard times. You know what I mean? And I'd love it. I really love it, because if it wasn't for jumping out on the what if, I would have never started my own business. I would have never ran for office, and I've always would have had a regret of not trying. You know what I mean?
Not following your goals or
Yeah,
dreams.
because nothing's worse than a failure than not trying at all.
That's
You
right.
know what I mean? So this new chapter, what you see in Jawan is, is bold leadership. You're going to see some creative ideas coming out over the next couple of months. And teamwork, because teamwork makes the dream work.
That's right.
Yeah,
Man, I just want to give a shout out to you, bro, man.
Yeah.
You've done a lot, man. And I say it before, man. I said it again, man. Like,
Yeah.
you've done a lot, bro.
Thank you, man.
And I'm just, as black men, all right, we got you. As black men,
Yeah,
we just,
yeah,
I
yeah,
can't even find the words, man. But it's something.
yeah.
It's something.
Yeah, I say it's one day at a time. You know what I mean? For our black men, we're change is gonna come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Change is gonna come. I know persistence pays off, so change will come. But us as black men, just stay strong, keep holding down the household,
Yeah.
right? And raise the next generation.
In the positive
in a
light.
positive right,
Yeah.
a positive light.
All right, so
Yeah.
so real quick, your business,
Yeah.
you may have mentioned earlier, but what was one of the reasons why you started your business?
Yeah, no filter podcast. So honestly, I've always, like I said, I've always worked behind the scenes in different groups, in different organizations, but I've always had like creative outlets, and I've always run into creative differences at different places that I've worked.
So you're not.
So I've always, wanted to find an outlet to allow my creativity to flourish. So I felt that the nonprofit space was the best space to be able to not just give back to the community, but be creative, right? In the way that I give back, right? And that's what led me to start my business with friends and family who also have the same mission and values in doing the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any,
So
any shout outs you want to give to anybody, or
oh man, any shout outs, first I want to thank God first and foremost.
That's right.
that part?
I give all honor and credit to him. Every day I wake up, I say a prayer because I know he's the one who has me at the end of the day.
That's right.
And then I want to thank my mom, right? I want to thank my mom, my parents, my dad, just for giving me the values that I need to be able to go into this work and know that, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, And then I want to think about community. I want to think, the Common Square Neighborhood Council. I want to think redefining our community neighborhood association. I want to think, the Woodrow Avenue Neighborhood Association. There's many civic associations that, help to play a part in Woodrow Avenue, not Woodrow Avenue, West Selden Neighborhood Association as well. There's just been many great organizations I came into contact with. When I was working for the city council, I actually had the chance to meet, I want to say, almost 22 neighborhood associations every single month to connect them to city, state, and federal resources. So I know I only named 4, but there's a list.
More.
Yeah, and I think
more.
yeah, I wish I could name all of you guys right here in this moment, but
He knows who you are.
yeah, I know who you are, and I love each and every one of you. Just for your support, your love. Just know I thank you. I feel you, and we're still standing strong. Don't worry about it.
Amen.
Yeah,
One day at a time.
one day at a time.
Keep pressing forward.
Keep pressing forward.
The message for the community.
Yeah,
for the city.
yeah.
At large.
Yes. Here we go. Black is the new black.
Right.
we have to get you on for a part 2 because I feel like there's more questions that need to be asked.
Yeah. And
I feel like tonight was just the tip of the iceberg.
Yes.
Just the tip. Just the tip.
There's more that I want to share on the next one. So stay tuned.
Stay
tuned.
We want them to stick their tongue on it and taste the tip.
Yeah, yeah, all right. Yeah.
Yo,
we want
man.
the sizzle, not the steak. That's what
That's what it is. Sirloin, and I like the porterhouse steaks.
There we go.
For me, represent for the big guys, man.
With some mashed potatoes.
Yo, you know what? Yo, get some broccoli on the side too.
Yeah,
yo.
broccoli or asparagus, either one. I could do either one.
I'll take the broccoli.
I'll take the broccoli too.
Yeah. Man, I know she want that broccoli.
You're right.
So collard greens.
Hey.
Yeah. Listen now. Where are we going? Time for lunch. It's time for lunch.
Hold on. Down home delivery and soul food. Where you at?
Right, down home delivery.
Hey, yo, they got some good food over there.
Yeah.
You ever been over there?
Yeah. I've been to down home delivery. They got some great soul food.
I just tried their food for the first time.
I like Park 54. Yeah, you
Never
go to Park 54.
Never had that.
Yeah, it's a black-owned restaurant in Hyde Park.
Oh man, we gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go there.
We gotta go.
Yeah.
Man, hey Jawan, man, listen, bro. We want to thank you for
thank you guys
coming on, bro, and taking time out of your busy schedule.
Thank you guys.
This podcast goes so damn fast, man. But I love it, man.
Yeah, it does.
Listen, before we go real quick, I'm gonna close us out because my man started it off tonight. You guys know what to do. If you don't, please share the podcast with your friends and family. Tell somebody to tap in. Tell your side pieces to tap in. Tell your grandmama to tap in. Tell someone in your family tap in. This episode right here was sponsored by Coke and Rum. Which company makes Coke and Rum? I don't even know, yo, but it's all good though. Right, no filter. Hashtag no filter. NOPHYLTA. My name is the one and only Some Guy, aka Cash Stratus from Massachusetts, and my guy
King Strickland,
and
Mattapan Western, organizer, family and friends living healthy.
See this guy? It's just see you see with him, bro. Everything's political. Damn, everything's political.
Listen, he's a brand. You gotta spread the brand.
So am I, but I know when to turn it on and turn it off, yo. Yo, on that note, man, Juwan, again, bro, we want to thank you for having us, man.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And listen, next time you go to wherever you go to get a drink, just turn this podcast on because that drink should have no cup, no top on it.
Yeah.
No straw.
Oh, listen, I'm ready to cheers to the new year. Right after we get through Christmas. So Cheers to everybody. Merry Christmas. If we don't get to see you, happy holidays, and happy New Year. God bless everybody.
On that note, we out of here. You know what we like to say? We like to say,
Peace.
peace.